while the rest of the world is watching the Sam Altman trial like a reality TV show. They are missing the most dangerous financial and technical shift in human history. Yesterday, Sam Altman sat on a witness stand in Oakland, California for his final testimony. And what he admitted under oath just changed the value of your career forever. Most people think OpenAI is a non-profit fighting for the future of humanity. But the court documents leaked just 8 hours ago tell a completely different story. They reveal that Sam Altman is currently holding over $2 billion in personal stakes. Stakes in the very companies that OpenAI is doing multi-billion-dollar business with. If you use ChatGPT, you aren't just a user anymore. You are a fuel source for a personal empire that has now gone completely vertical. Today, I am showing you the technical receipts of the pay-to-play architecture being built right under our noses. Look at this secret list from the Hoka News report that broke this morning. Reddit, Helion Energy, Silicon Data. The conflict of interest is so deep, it is literally breaking the court's framing. When asked if he stole a charity, Altman's response was chilling. He said it feels difficult to even wrap his head around that framing. But let's look at the framing of the numbers instead. OpenAI is currently valued at nearly $1 trillion. And yet, the non-profit arm, the one Elon Musk says was stolen, has been effectively sidelined. But here is the detail that is not on social media yet. While the world was distracted by the trial, Mark Zuckerberg made a move in the middle of the night. At 4 a.m. Pacific time, Meta launched something called Incognito chat for WhatsApp and Meta AI. Zuckerberg claims this is as secure as end-to-end encryption. But the technical white paper leaked just 6 hours ago reveals a much darker reality. Zuckerberg isn't trying to protect your data. He is trying to build a hardware vault that you can never leave. It uses something called a trusted execution environment. In plain English, it is a hardware-isolated cage inside a server. Meta says that once your message enters this vault, even Meta itself cannot see it. This sounds like a win for common people who care about their privacy. But look at the hardware powering this vault. It uses dedicated allocations of 30,000 NVIDIA chips per researcher. This is the boss move that no one else is explaining to you. Zuckerberg is betting that you will trust a hardware cage more than a human. And he is probably right. But who designed the cage? And who owns the energy that powers it? This is where the two stories collide in a way that should terrify you. 3 hours ago, the CME Group announced the first AI compute futures market. This means compute, the very thing you need to run your code and your life, is now a traded stock. It's a commodity like oil, gold, or wheat. For the first time in history, the cost of intelligence is subject to global market speculation. And who owns the supply chain for that compute? Sam Altman, through his personal investments in nuclear fusion and custom hardware companies. He isn't just building the AI. He is building the market where the AI's lifeblood is traded and sold. He is the landlord, the energy supplier, and the stockbroker of the intelligence era. When you pay for your API tokens, that money doesn't just go to research. It flows through a network of companies where Altman holds a massive piece of the equity. The court documents reveal that even Microsoft's Satya Nadella was surprised by these holdings. But today, in the closing arguments, the defense was simpler. They said Elon Musk is just jealous. They are using the billionaire rivalry as a smokescreen to hide the most vertical monopoly in history. Now, let's look at your phone. 2 days ago, Google announced the stable release of Android 17. They introduced a feature called Pause Point. It is a 10-second timer designed to stop you from opening distracting apps. Google says this is for your digital well-being. But they also launched Gemini Intelligence, an AI agent that can read your screen and take action for you. Why is Google telling you to look at your phone less, while simultaneously building AI that takes over every app you use? The answer is simple and calculated. Google doesn't need you to look at the screen anymore. They have moved from being an operating system for your apps to being an operating system for your choices. If the AI is booking the flight, you don't see the Expedia ads. If the AI is ordering the food, you don't see the DoorDash promotions. Google has just cut out the middleman. The middleman was your attention. And the new customer is the AI agent. But to make this agent work, Google had to become a technical dictator. The Android 17 release notes officially confirmed the enforcement of the memory limiter. Look at the code description, memory limiter. Starting today, the system will automatically kill your background apps to protect AI performance. It won't ask for permission and it won't give you a notification. If an app exceeds strict memory limits, it is deleted from active RAM. Google is reclaiming the memory you thought you owned when you bought that high-end phone. They are sacrificing your social media apps to ensure the Gemini intelligence never lags. They are prioritizing the machine over the human user experience. If you are a software engineer, your title just changed forever. The software engineer of the old world is becoming a systems architect. You won't be writing code for a single screen anymore. You will be writing agents that live inside the microdroid vault. The timeline for this shift moved faster than anyone in the industry predicted. We are currently on Thursday, May 14, 2026. The Android Show I/O edition just confirmed the roadmap for the Google Book. It is the first laptop that treats your phone like its primary engine. Imagine a laptop with no internal storage and no heavy processor of its own. All the power comes from your phone through a zero-latency wireless link. To make that work, Android 17 had to become a rock-solid, server-grade kernel. But while we are building this global brain, the billionaires are taking precautions. Look at the reports from Beijing that broke 11 hours ago. Elon Musk, Tim Cook, and Jensen Huang are currently in China with the US president. And they are under a total digital lockdown. Many of these tech titans left their personal phones and laptops behind. They are carrying temporary burner devices and clean laptops. They are avoiding hotel Wi-Fi and using government-approved chargers. They operate under the assumption that anything brought into China is compromised. The very men who build the most secure AI systems on Earth don't trust their own devices. This is the ultimate irony of the 2026 tech landscape. They are selling you a vault and an incognito mode that they wouldn't use themselves. They are building a clean device future for themselves and a closed-loop future for you. OpenAI just spent $4 billion to create a new entity called OpenAI Deployment Company. They acquired an AI consulting firm called Tomorrow to give them immediate scale. They are embedding specialized engineers directly into partner organizations. These experts are called forward-deployed engineers. Their job is to redesign organizational infrastructure and critical workflows around AI. They aren't just selling software, they are redesigning the infrastructure of work itself. They are moving from identifying AI opportunities to building production systems that deliver results. And they are doing it with an initial investment of $4 billion. They are embedding these engineers into companies like Tesco, Virgin Atlantic, and Supercell. They aren't waiting for you to hire them. They are buying the consultants who already have the relationships. They are automating the workflows that you currently manage as a developer or a manager. This is the chainsaw strategy that Altman once accused Elon of using. But the chainsaw is currently in Altman's hands. And it is pointed directly at the old guard of the software industry. The House Oversight Committee is now investigating these potential conflicts of interest. They are looking at the $1.6 billion stake in Helion Energy, a company that is set to provide the massive electricity needed for OpenAI's data centers. It is a closed loop of profit and power. The verdict of the Musk versus Altman trial isn't just about $180 billion. It is about whether one man can own the energy, the hardware, and the intelligence at the same time. If the court finds Altman liable for unjust enrichment, the fallout will be nuclear. But by then, the compute futures market will already be live. The logic of the machine will be the logic of the market. And the market is effectively owned by the men on the stand. Zuckerberg's Incognito vault is the final piece of the puzzle. By making your data invisible, they can bypass the regulations that protected you. They can encourage you to share your most sensitive medical and financial information, data that was previously too radioactive for them to touch. But once it is in the vault, you can never get it out. You are no longer a user of technology. You are an occupant of an architectural cage, a cage made of encrypted silicon and proprietary kernels. If you want to survive this shift, you have to stop looking at the wallpaper. Stop caring about the new 3D emojis or the Ultra HDR stabilization. Start looking at the kernel. Understand the vault, or you will be locked out of the next era of computing. This is Synth Ops. The data is public, but the narrative is hidden. I read the transcripts and the white papers so you don't have to. The receipts are in the description. Subscribe or stay in the surface layer. While you still have a choice, the compute futures market opens in 3 hours. The price of your silence is about to go up. I'll see you in the code.